Mm. Ooh, y'all. We talking in the dark, y'all. Ooh. I said, let me come on and tell the people, talk to the people, talk to the people. Y'all, I've been so tired, but uh, this is my one of them restless nights. I was able to finish work earlier than normal today, and I probably got in the bed about 8:39, and here it is, 3 a.m. and I'm wide awake. So sometimes when I'm, woke like that, I thought, you know what, this is a good time to do something productive. So y'all, I got up, wide awoke, had a little bit of energy about me. And I done cleaned this house, swept and mopped the floors. And Miss Lauren will be with me this weekend, so I said, let me go ahead on and do all this. Get the house straightened up. I mean, y'all know, for those who follow me, I keep my house straightened up, but you know what I'm saying. You always do a little extra when you know you got company coming. You know. But yeah, y'all. Mm. But you know what? Ooh, I wanted to catch up with y'all. How many of y'all watched the fight last weekend? Mike Tyson and that what was that young boy's name? Jake Paul, whatever his name is. Um and I just remember him from way back in the day when he became a YouTube sensation. It was him first. I think it was him and his brother. I think his older brother, Jake Paul. Anyway, one of them. But anyway, they both shot up through YouTube fame, and now he has become a serious professional boxer. And I mean, he's just like any other young, cocky, young guy. And now I heard a lot of people said that Netflix was buffering, and I have to say I didn't have one buffing moment. I didn't have any issues. Netflix never buffed, never went off, none of that. Maybe it's just, the location I'm at, but I heard the next day a lot of people complaining about how Netflix, uh, their app crashed and all this and that and the other. But thank goodness mine didn't, so I was able to watch it. But you know what? It just brought back memories how I used to on Friday. It was either Friday or Saturday nights. Uh, when my daddy was still living, that was the thing we did on Friday nights. Like, remember HBO Sports had the boxing? Oh my God! And honey, it was a show, honey. It was a show, honey. Whenever they would get up and be introduced, let's get ready to rumble. Oh my goodness, that was good to me. And honey, they come out with their entourage, and honey, that was the best part of the boxing matches, the introduction. And they come out with all their little glitz and glam, but they kind of did it. Or Jake Paul, he came in on what was that, a convertible? And then Mike Tyson, he just walked on through. But you know what? Let's talk about this for a minute now. Okay, y'all, wait a minute. Hold up. Stop. Wait a minute. A lot of people they were upset with Mike Tyson, that Mike Tyson, they wanted a better show. And I get it. They wanted it to be more sensational in the ring. But let me go ahead on and rest here. Look, since I'm up, heck, y'all don't woke me up. No, seriously. But y'all have to remember now, seriously, Mike Tyson is 58 years old. He's on now. That's not considered old, cause heck, I'm 54, but now I know I ain't 20 no more. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm not 20 anymore. And so your body go through a whole lot of stuff. Like right now, honey, I am going through menopause, and honey, my body is taking me through the business. Oh yeah. So a lot of little stuff done got interrupted this past month or so. But anyway, it is what it is. And see, that's just what come with age. But yeah, Mike Tyson is 58, and you think about the level of stamina and the level of training that goes into being a boxer. I mean, y'all people who make them kind of comment, honey, you ain't watch these people train. Did we not learn from watching Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Creed 1, Creed 2. Honey, you got to have the eye of the tiger, honey. And so when people were talking, I was like, man, honey, and like I said, we all are spectators, aren't we? We all have that, you know, saying like we are on the field with the people. They should have done that. I mean, that's just normal human fodder, isn't it? We do that. But the way some of these folks was going off, and I thought, look, that Jake Paul guy, he's a young guy, what, 25, 26, 27 years old, somewhere in there. And of course, he got pretty much all the energy of the world. And people have to realize, when you get older now, you think about Tyson when he was knocking jokers out in the first and second round. He never really himself had to go the distance a lot, because he would knock jokers out first and second round. But as you get older, you get hopefully a little wiser, and you pivot yourself so that you don't get knocked out. Because when you're at 58, your reflexes ain't how it used to be. Your instincts may not be as high quick and it used to be. But I thought he did good for 58 years old. I watched the fight from beginning to end. And oh my goodness, y'all, I was watching the pre-fights, and honey, that women's boxing match before Tyson and them went on. Oh my God, that girl headbutted her and split her eye wide open, but she kept right on. She didn't want to quit. I mean, honey, her eye was laid right open, honey. But anyway, but yeah, I thought, and like I said, people are gonna do what they're gonna do especially when it comes to sports. We all feel like we out there on the field with them, don't we? But anyway, I just wanted to make that observation. But I thought, honey, please, honey, you keep living and let some age get on you, and I don't care how good of a shape you in, because honestly, he looked pretty good for 58. He really did. Uh, and afterwards they were asking him about why he was biting on his glove. I mean, that's just a coping mechanism, you know, for whatever it is, like how some people have a nervous tick. I used to have a nervous tick. I used to bite the inside of my jaw, and I still will find myself doing it every once in a while, but I've gotten away from that. But oh yeah, y'all, I used to eat the inside of my jaw raw. Matter of fact, back in the day when my dentist would, how when they check your mouth and stuff when you have your dental exam, and he said, "Ooh, Miss Howard, you looks like you've been eating. You chew on the inside of your jaw." And I said, "Yeah, yeah," because you know, the job that I have, I'm always looking at numbers and stuff like that, accounting stuff. So, you get into your zone, you get to biting and chewing on the inside of your mouth, honey. You don't even realize, and it becomes raw. But anyway. So yeah, you just, when you're focused in on something, you're in your zone and you're focused on what you're doing, and you don't hear or see anything else but focused on what you focus on. Oh yeah, you'll find something that help you stay zoned in. And so when Mike Tyson was explaining that, I knew exactly what he was talking about. Some people bite their fingernails, right? Some people peel the skin back from their cuticles. Yeah, from their off their fingernails. People find little different things that help. It's like help them to compromise, not compromise, but what I'm trying to say, y'all. Ooh, I can't think of the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. A coping mechanism, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so he was doing that. But you know who I was glad to see? I was glad to see Rosie uh Perez. What's her name? Rosie Perez? Yeah. And Rose Jones. Now, wait a minute. Me and Tony, we were texting back and forth while we were watching the fight. Matter of fact, I was texting back and forth with my mama and Tony. And I thought, ooh, Mom, if I wasn't so tired, if it wasn't so late, because that fight didn't start about 12 o'clock, y'all. 12 midnight, honey. But I told my mom, I said, ooh, me and Tony need to be over there at your house. Because, honey, we would have cut up, we were having a good time just talking and texting back and forth. But I was telling Tony, I said, oh my goodness, look at Roy Jones Jr. Now, you talk about a show when he hit the stage or when he was coming out to the boxing ring. Oh, snap attack. That joker had dancers, prancers, honey. And y'all remember that time? Who was it that was fighting and James Brown came out and sang the introduction to their fight, Living in America? Was it a Tyson fight? I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but honey, that was the get down. But Roy Jones Jr. used to have some good. I think I'm saying the man name right. Y'all look, y'all. It's 3 a.m. So if I'm saying these names jacked up, honey, charge it to it's 3 a.m. CCC. But no, y'all. Ooh, and y'all, I've been watching the news here and there, just little snippets. I just don't have time to nest there. But honey, you hear these people with voters' remorse. See, that's one thing about trying to get back on a particular race of people, because you just don't want certain people to be in control. See, that get back you trying to get toward them get you. See, that get back get you. And you know what that remind me of? It remind me of when Pharaoh didn't want to let the people of Israel go in Egypt. And he was pretending, okay, yeah, okay, well, I'll let you go. I'll let you go to the desert and pray and da 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 da. And every time they were getting ready to leave, he would renege. And then the plagues came. And see, that's the thing about, ooh, my God in heaven. That's the thing about when you try to get back at people. And see, that's the other thing, too, that people have to realize. You can't block the inevitable. It just is what it is. What's going to happen is going to happen. And, I know people who are, quote unquote, who are superior now. and they look down on minorities, and they're doing everything they can to keep the minorities from becoming the majority. But eventually, just looking at demographics, just looking at cultural, it's gonna happen. So you trying to fight against that and trying to do nasty, underhanded stuff to keep that from happening, your get back is gonna get you. And that's the same thing with Pharaoh. I don't even know if y'all can hear that, y'all. I said, let me go and wash a load of clothes. Load of clothes. That's my washing machine going. Y'all may or may not can hear it. But my thing of it is, y'all, just remember that in life. You know, some people say, "Oh, that's that." You know, it's karma. Whatever, honey, whatever. When you try to get back at people, be careful now, cause that get back might get you. And you know, and I thought about that thing. You know, when people seem like they doing right, but they it leads them to their own destruction. And I thought about that about Pharaoh. I said, now see, people will do everything they can to keep you from prospering, from keeping you from catapulting. And they don't even realize. That's why it says, judge not, yes, yet you be judged. And what that says is, it doesn't say that you can't necessarily judge people. Oh yeah, go on out there and judge. But the same measure in which you judge that person or that people is going to be the same way you're judged. In other words, yeah, you might point out and notice that I'm doing something wrong and jacked up. But guess what? When that thing come back on you and you're doing the same thing, see, again, I'm going to say it again. It's not important to you until it happens to you. So just know that if you do it, that was just the warning. That's just the warning that Jesus is giving. The word of God gives. Listen, when you're judging people, just know that now, when you judge, that same way that you judge them about that situation, and then you turn around and do that very same thing, guess what? You're going to be judged the very same way. And that's what that means. But anyway, that was a little side conversation, y'all. But no, that, you know, like I said, I got to think about that thing. I said, look at there. I said, Pharaoh was trying his best to stay in power over those people. Try his best. But he didn't even realize he was leading his own self to his own destruction. God knew what Pharaoh was going to do. Because God even told Moses, he said, look, I done hardened this joker's heart. Oh, see, oh, glory. Oh, hallelujah, Shondo, Honda, a Mitsubishi. Yes, sir. Y'all hear what I'm saying? See, a lot of times we don't even realize God told Moses, look, listen. Don't be looking and don't be worrying about, you know, he's a Pharaoh, he's all powerful. He got all these people that would do, you know, this cultish thing. They'll do exactly what he say, and they're just mindless following him. But guess what? I don't worry about that, because see, I harden his heart. I harden his heart to be this way. So I got to thinking about that joker that's getting ready to take the White House, and get mad if you want to. I don't care. See, we have to recognize sometimes God will make a thing be a thing so other stuff can happen. Oh, God, my master, I hope y'all hear me today. But Tanya, you still continue to live your life. You still continue to worship me, praise me, Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I'm going to direct your path. But you see, even with this situation about people now are having voters remorse, because now, see, the get back that they thought was going to happen toward whether it be a political party or a person, oh baby, it's finna be real nasty and funky toward them, because that's just the way it's gonna be. So I thought about that when Pharaoh, like I said, when you try to stay and get power in an ill-gotten way, you'll lead your not only did Pharaoh lead his own self to destruction, he led all them jokers that was following him to destruction as well. And ultimately what happened? They got consumed and drowned in the ocean, in the sea. See, people like that, they think that God is leading them through something. But baby, they don't even understand. No, God's going to lead you right to your own destruction because you didn't want to heed. And see, even the mercy of who God is, even in that, what he gave and was trying to give Pharaoh, even in his judgment, God has mercy. Oh, God, I thank you. Because see, Pharaoh didn't get the memo at the first plague. And y'all, I can't even remember how many plagues there was. It was many of them. He didn't take heed at the first plague with the frogs and the locusts and the all the water turned into blood, and what was it? Days on end in darkness. Just all kind. Didn't take heed. Even if there was an opportunity for his heart to be unhardened, God said, look, I'm gonna harden his heart. So you do what I tell you to do, Moses. Use what's in your hand. And so that's why you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're trying to get back at somebody. You kind of try to get your get back, baby. Be very, very careful, because you don't even recognize that your heart is being hardened. And if you don't even snap out of it and recognize that that's what's happening, caution, caution, caution. You about to lead your own self and anybody else who's following you to their own destruction and demise. And it'll be whatever that is. But anyway, y'all, again, that don't stop me from praying for everybody. For this government, for this world. I'm like God told me, you still do what you're supposed to do. Just like he told Moses, look, don't worry about all that foolala. Don't worry about it. You do what I tell you to do. Don't I got that. I'm gonna handle that. But anyway, y'all. But yeah, I was been hearing a lot of that. But I thought, it is what it is, But you know what? Like I said before, ultimately, I'm so glad that God sits on the throne. It's him. It's God. It's God. The Alpha, the Omega, the omnipotent. Oh my God, I thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad about that. I'm so glad it ain't us, man and woman, sitting on throne. I'm so glad it's God. Amen. Oh God, I thank you today. But yeah, y'all. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up, talk about that Tyson fight, and like I said, hey, it's just entertainment, right? But hey, that's their real life. And I can remember Roy George Jr. back in the day. He was cocky like that Paul Jake boy. All of them are. You figure most men who are young and they that air came on, honey, and that door opened, child. But yeah, it is what it is, y'all. When you young like that, you feel like you can conquer the world. But again, just like Tyson said, look, I ain't young as I used to be. But he went the distance, didn't he? He went the distance. But I tell you what though, that daggone Jake Paul had respect for him. I bet you that. Cause you mess around and all Tyson had to get was one good hook. Shoot. It would have been over. Over like Rover. But anyway, y'all, we coming up on the weekend. And y'all, I need to get my nails done. Oh, they look a hot mess. They are too long, and two of them that I done had to take off. Because one of them broke my nail off. Well, actually, two broke my nail off. So I got little nubs. But other than that, y'all, it's just we're getting prepared for the Thanksgiving holiday. Ooh, thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm going to take me some days off so I can regroup and rewind. Have me a good little time off for the holidays. But what about y'all? Y'all going what is it, Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping? I ain't doing a whole lot of shopping this year. I just I just ain't. I just ain't gonna do it. I'm saving up for something else right now. I am saving up for something else. But anyway, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all, but I did want to just talk about those two things, about that Tyson fight and about this voters' remorse, honey. I mean, I'm sure we've all been there, done that at some point in our political participation. But you know what, y'all? This too shall pass. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. And I have the most faith and confidence in God that He knows exactly what He's doing. We just don't know, and people panic. Oh, y'all, what y'all think about TikTok? Y'all think TikTok gonna be gone in January? Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now, I enjoy me some TikTok. I really do. Honey, I done tapped into the 50 and over club over there. Oh, baby, we have us a good times. Ooh, I love it. The 50 and up side of TikTok. I absolutely love it. But you know what I was thinking about? If the owners of the current owners of TikTok don't sell it, and it really truly has to go away. I'm really praying for a lot of people promote their business. A lot of people go live over there to support their business. And I was just thinking about it, but you know what, honey, I love me some YouTube. Now that's my number one get down. YouTube has really been a blessing to me and many others. Isn't that the truth? And you know what? I thought about it. I said, now the only big difference over there on TikTok is that you can people can chill out and play their music, and they don't have to worry about being copyrighted and stuff like that, and they still can earn a partnership over there. Whereas, YouTube is very, of course, and rightfully so, because, people uh want to protect their product, their music, stuff like that. And I totally get it. I ain't mad at that. But I think people they feel like it's more of a freedom, if you will. But now on the other hand, TikTok got strict little rules over there. They don't want you to say certain stuff. They don't want you to really promote your own website. It's something, they have to watch how they say, because their AI, their artificial intelligence, pick up on stuff. And some content creators over there, honey, they look up and their account done been banned for a month or 10 days or something like that. And that can really cut into people's livelihood, because they depend on being able to go live to show their product and sell their product. And YouTube don't play either. There's certain guidelines over here as well. But I thought about it. I said, that might be an opportunity for people, and they may already do. I just don't pay attention, or either just don't know about it, because I just go over there to TikTok. But people can promote their business on YouTube. When they're doing lives and packing their product, just don't play music. Because if it's about, I look at it like this. If it's about you selling your product, I know the music helps get people in the mood, and, that impulsive buying spirit takeover and all that kind of stuff. It's true. You want to have a certain vibe, right? But if you're trying to promote and sell your product, so what if music is not playing? If you're trying to, sell your product. And I don't know if y'all even notice. I mean, and that's really what is very normal. We just may not even recognize it. Okay, when we go to the grocery store and we're buying our food in the grocery aisle, unless we're just online shopping, what's playing? Music. You go down aisle number 9 in Food Line to get you some sugar, flour, and some rice, and Natalie Cole might be singing. You go to TJ Maxx and you might hear somebody singing in 7 different languages. You go to Ross and you might hear elevator music, and they stuck on one line the whole 10-minute song. And I remember one time I was in Ross. I think me and my mom must have been in Ross, and because I'm musically inclined to have a music ear. I was deep looking. You know how Ross, shoot, you mess around and find a honey hole in Ross, man. You get deep. You be in the zone. But I'm telling you the truth, y'all. I was shopping and digging through them daggone racks. And child, that woman on that song, she must have sang, I want him, and I want him, and he need to come back home. I bet you that was the whole song. And I just turned around and looked at my mom. I said, when you gonna tell her that man ain't coming back? She done said, I want that man back 99 different ways. Mama, tell that woman her man ain't coming. Boy, we laughed about that thing. But y'all understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We're used to hearing music when we're shopping. So I get it, when you're over there. And I've been praying about that, because that's a very, 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 very popular platform for people. And it's not the only platform, but it's a very popular lucrative platform for people in their business. I mean, a lot of I just hear different people talk that I follow over there that this is really how they're able to reach their customers. You know, is being able to go live, talk about, show, demonstrate, model their product that they're using or that they have. It's like, your own personal QVC channel. Isn't that the truth? I mean, you got to be, you don't have to go through all that you have to go through to get your product on QVC and all that kind of stuff. Now, almost like YouTube, we don't have to go through talent agents anymore per se. Once you get recognized, you might have to, get all that stuff. But initially, honey, you mess around and you can go viral and become a sensation on YouTube, on Instagram. If that's what you choose to do for your life, if that's the trajectory you want to have for your life, those are some excellent platforms. YouTube is an excellent, great platform. It has afforded people to be able to take care of their families, and it's absolutely fabulous. I love YouTube. I absolutely love me some YouTube. And I speak continued blessing and financial increase in my life from being on this platform, YouTube. I sure do. I speak that thing. Shoot. Absolutely. Money come to me now by way of YouTube. And see, a lot of time we have to speak those things. And so, like I said, I have been praying about that, about, people over there on TikTok, because I do enjoy watching several different content creators over there. I absolutely love, just like my first love is here over here on YouTube. But yeah, a lot of people depend. So I thought about, well, maybe it'll become even more saturated because people may not have any other choice but to really go live a lot on this YouTube app, which people already do. But you understand what I'm saying? Stuff can get oversaturated. But you know what? I believe God. Listen, there's enough for everybody to go around. Isn't that the truth? You have to really just think about it like that. That's what I do anyway. But yeah, a lot of people use that platform to promote and sell their product. I mean, they bring it right to you. And like I said, that's the blessing about, you don't really have to ask nobody, can you prosper today? You ain't got to ask nobody. You got a vision. You got your little startup money. I have followed some young folks over there doing the daggone thing on TikTok and YouTube. They had $1,000. They were focused. They started their online business. Shoot. And then in a year, they're almost making 7 figures, $1 million. Because the only question, who they had to ask? They had to ask their self for permission to step out their own faith and do it. And that's really the truth about it, y'all. I don't have to ask nobody, can we prosper today? The only question the person you need to ask that is that of yourself. Self, are you ready? Are you ready to invest in you? And that's why I tell some young people, I talk to Lauren, I be talking to TJ and them, think about, you have to write a business plan. I'm never going to tell young people anymore, oh, no, you can't, not, honey, not the way these young folks is doing the daggone thing. And look, from every range, age group. And it's really truly about having a vision, writing it down, and making it plain. And that's what a business plan is. It's writing your vision and making it plain. And pray over that thing and say, Lord, I thank you that you're going to watch over this thing here and make sure it's performed and transacted out. Oh my God. And like I said, I have been, just praying about some things because you can. You just have to ask yourself, I want to step out on faith. I want to tap into my own creative skill set. And again, that's for people who want to have that trajectory. Some people ain't interested in owning their own business. They don't want to deal with the hassle, none of that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at your damn bit. But I'm just talking about for those people. And you know what? That's something to look into for some people. Some of y'all folks out there that don't like to deal with authority. And I don't say that to be being negative. There are just some people out there. They'll tell you, I don't know if I can work for somebody 9 to 5 like that. I got a problem when people tell me what to do. I don't like to be told what to do. I'm just telling you, there are some people that are that way. They would rather have their own. They want to work on their own terms. They want to work their own hours. I'm just saying. And like I said, and that's not a negative thing. That's just something different. But now if you're a person that that throw all caution to the wind and you just feel that way, but you still ain't doing anything to even be productive, and you still having to lean on everybody to pay your way, now that's a whole nother get down. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about people who genuinely, again, wrote a business plan, i.e., write the vision, make it plain, presented it to said bank, presented it to said investor, or heck, you saved up for it. And sometimes you have to say, man, that's all I need is about $2,000 to get started and get the ball rolling. And then that $2,000 could potentially turn into an empire. Yes, it happens every day for people. There's a lot of success stories out there. And I'm going to tell you another thing. There's a lot of funds out there too that will help you along the way. Different credits, different tax breaks and stuff. I'm telling you, y'all. And again, I'm just speaking to those people who have thought about it and thinking about starting their own business. I'm just telling you, Google and all them, they got a whole lot of money. And they're willing and waiting to make more money with said whoever. Trust. I mean, they already said that there's $3 trillion for the taking, if you will, due to online businesses. And another thing people can do too, find out in your area where you live, where you reside, find out where there's a need. You might become that need that's fulfilled by your idea in your own area. And I'm gonna tell you, I was looking up certain things that are very lucrative, and like people who are personal assistants, helping people get their resumes, so they can be a worthy candidate for jobs. I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff out there. But, just thinking out loud, y'all. Thinking out loud. But anyway, my clothes done stopped. And I'm finna get right on up and put them in the dryer because I don't want to lay here, doze off, and it'll be morning time. and they be in that wash machine still. So anyway, y'all, enough of me jaw jacking. This is Tanya, Lady T, After Dark. It's 3 a.m., y'all. Anyway, y'all, love you. God bless, and may the peace of the Lord be with y'all. Bye.